My name is Colleen, and this is my kitchen. I've struggled with my weight my entire life. After trying every diet in the book without any success, I came to the realization that diets don't work. I started my journey at a size 26W, weighing just over 300 pounds. In almost a year and a half, I've lost over 120 pounds, and I am a size 14. No W. What's my secret? Eating healthy and moving more. Now I'm here to show you how you can cook healthy food without compromising on taste and lose weight just like I have. Because if I can do it, you can too.
Hello and welcome back to my kitchen. I've got a new set here for you, just getting settled into my new digs, and so you'll see some changes going on behind me as I do more videos, as I paint and decorate and all the good stuff that comes with moving into a new place. But for now, this is what it is, and I just wanted to share a new really great recipe with you. And so tonight we're going to be making a burger, and I call these Greek Keftede burgers. And if you've ever had a Keftede, and I'm probably not pronouncing that right because I'm not Greek, but those are Greek meatball, and it's traditionally made with ground lamb, mint, zucchini, onion, all kinds of great flavors, and you serve it with tzatziki sauce. So what I've done is take all the inspiration for that, all the flavors that you typically find in that, and I mixed it with ground turkey instead of ground lamb, and I'm making it into burgers. And what I love to do is stuff these into a whole wheat pita pocket and eat them with some tzatziki sauce, which is a Greek cucumber yogurt salad. It's wonderful. So we're going to be making those, and then on the side we're going to be making some Parmesan Zucchini fries. This is a great way, if you have a garden like me, this is a great way to use up excess zucchini from the garden. So let's get started, and for our burgers, the first thing I want to do is cook up half of an onion. I have a fairly large onion here, and I like to use a sweet onion for this. And what I'm just going to do is just dice it up here. I have my pan heating on medium, and all I've done is sprayed it with some non-stick olive oil cooking spray. I want to let this onion cook just until it's transparent. I'm going to go ahead and start seasoning it. I'm going to add a pinch of coarse sea salt, a quarter teaspoon of coarse sea salt, and some freshly ground black pepper there. And then while that's cooking, let's start prepping some more ingredients. I have 2 baby zucchini. Now you want about 1 cup of shredded zucchini. And so that's going to depend on your size. I'm guesstimating that these 2 babies here are going to give me about a cup. And so what I'm going to do is just shred this up. Once that onion is slightly transparent, I'm just going to add that shredded zucchini right to my pan. And then, get those little shreds that escaped me, I have 2 cloves of garlic. And I'm just going to press those in. You know I love my garlic press if you've been watching me for a while, but you can also use just your plain old knife and just mince it up. I really like my garlic press because it helps me get all the nice oils from those onions, from the garlic, rather than losing it on my cutting board. My onions have browned up nicely here, and they're starting to stick to the bottom of my pan. So now what I'm going to do is deglaze the pan with a quarter cup of a dried white wine. And so deglazing just means that I'm going to take the back of my spoon, my wooden spoon here, and I'm going to scrape up all those nice crusty bits, because they've got so much flavor in them, off of the bottom of this pan. I'm going to let this cook in the wine and cook down for just about 5 minutes or so. I just want the wine to reduce down by about half. Once it reduces down, then you want to just turn your pan off and let this cool for a little bit. And I have some fresh mint, I should say fresh mint leaves, because I've removed them from that stalk or stem, which can be a little bit woody. And what I want to do is chop this up, and I want about 1/3 of a cup once it's chopped up. To that chopped mint, let's go ahead and add 1/4 cup of bulgur. If you've never used bulgur before, they're little wheat kernels, and you can usually find them in the bulk food section of your grocery store. That's where I find them. And then I'm going to also use 1 egg white. Now the reason that I add the bulgur and the egg white to this is that with the addition of the zucchini and the onions and then the ground turkey, it can be very, very moist. So you want something that is going to help bulk up your mixture and hold it together or bind it together so that it doesn't fall apart on your grill. Now let's add 1 pound of lean ground turkey. I'm not using the extra lean, and that's because the extra lean has so little fat on it that it just falls apart on the grill. So I'm using the white ground turkey, and I'm going to go ahead and add in this mixture. One of the things that I love about these is that I have a son who says he doesn't like zucchini, but he loves these burgers. So it's a great way to get some extra potassium and vitamins into him without him ever knowing that there's zucchini in here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix this up. Once I have this blended, I'm going to cover the bowl and refrigerate it for about an hour. I want it to chill and firm up a little bit before I roll it into my patties and grill it. My burger mixture is just about firmed up here, so I am going to get started on the rest of the meal. And first up, I'm going to go ahead and prepare my tzatziki sauce. And like I said, it's a yogurt cucumber salad. Also can be used as a dip and as a dressing. Tonight we're going to be using it as dressing. It starts with 3/4 cup of a plain, non-fat Greek yogurt. And I like using the Greek yogurt because of the thicker consistency. It'll also give you a dose of protein. Once I have that together, let's go ahead and add in some olive oil. I need 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. You want to use the extra virgin kind because it's a little lighter and fruitier. And I have 2 lemons here. To go ahead and take the juice of both of these lemons. And then I want 1 clove of garlic to add in there. And you'll see I have a whole bunch of mint. Just the mint leaves. I'm going to chop these up, and when it's done, I'll have about 1/4 cup of freshly chopped mint. Go ahead and add the mint to our mixture there. And then I have 1 large cucumber. Now I have a lot of cucumbers coming from the garden right now, so that's what I'm using. However, you could also use an English cucumber or those little Persian cucumbers from Trader Joe's work really great. And if you're using a regular cucumber like this, what you want to do is just kind of score the outside, peel it lightly, and what this is going to do is just take away some of that bitterness that you get with the peel. And then what you want to do is cut it in half along the width, and you've got all these seeds, which don't make for a very good salad because it just waters it down. So what I'm going to do is just take my spoon and run it right along in there, just get those seeds out. I'm going to do that to both halves here. Once I have those seeded, then I just want to chop them up fairly small. So I slice the length into strips like so. And then I come along up and just chop it then across the width, dicing it really. So once I have that all together, I'm going to want to refrigerate this, cover it, and refrigerate it until the rest of my meal is ready. However, I did forget just a pinch of salt. Doesn't need a whole lot, just a small pinch, about a quarter teaspoon. For our Parmesan zucchini fries, what I want to do first of all is take one egg white and I'm just going to separate out the egg white here. My dog is going to love that he gets 2 yolks tonight with his dinner. So I put the egg white in one bowl, and I just want to whisk that just to break it up a little bit. And then in my other bowl, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put equal parts panko breadcrumbs and grated Parmesan cheese. So first I use a quarter cup of the panko-style breadcrumbs, which are very crispy Japanese-style breadcrumbs, so it helps make this dish very crispy, even though we're going to bake it and not fry it. Then I have a quarter cup of grated Parmesan cheese. So let's give that a good stir there. Now, I do not like to add salt to that because Parmesan cheese is already very salty. However, I do like to add a little bit freshly ground pepper. And last but not least, our starring attraction, the zucchini. Now, I'm only using one zucchini. It's a fairly large zucchini. It weighs a little over 3/4 of a pound. And what I'm going to do is slice it along the length here. And then I'm just going to take my spoon, just like I did with the tzatziki sauce and the cucumbers, I'm just going to take these seeds out. And the reason for that is that I found that the seeds just get really kind of goopy and soft when you bake them. So by taking the seeds out, you're going to keep it nice and crisp. Once I have those seeded, then what I like to do, depends on the size of the zucchini, but typically then I'll cut it in half again and then cut it into strips about 1/4 inch thick. You don't want them too thin, otherwise they just get too soft. So now I have nice long strips, fingers, fries, whatever you want to call them. And now we're just going to toss that in that egg white there. And what that's going to do is help get the zucchini nice and sticky to help the cheese and the breadcrumbs stick to it. I have here a baking sheet I prepared that I've sprayed with some non-fat cooking spray or non-stick cooking spray. And now I'm just going to toss these in the breadcrumbs and Parmesan cheese. Get them all nice and coated. Now you could dredge them one by one. It takes a long time, and I'm way too impatient for that. I'm hungry. Once you have those coated, go ahead and spread them out on your baking sheet. You want to make sure that they are in a nice single layer. Now I'm going to bake these for about 20 minutes. I want to do 10 minutes on each side. So midway through the baking time, I'm going to open it up, flip them all over, and then bake them for another 10 minutes. While these are baking, we're going to get our burgers on the grill. My burgers have grilled up really nicely here. I grilled them for about 3 to 4 minutes on each side on my propane grill. And now I have a whole wheat pita pocket. And this is about 150 calories per pita pocket. So if you want, or per whole thing. So if you want to save about 75 calories, you could try to fit one whole patty into one half of these. I found it doesn't fit very well though, so I like to use the whole thing. And what I like to do is take my patty, I'm going to cut it in half here. See this nice onions kind of dripping out. And we just put each half into the pocket. Sometimes when you warm up pita bread like I did, it likes to stick together. So you just have to take your knife and kind of gently prod it in there and pull it apart. And now we have our delicious tzatziki sauce. I'm just going to take that and spoon about 2 tablespoons per pocket into there, just like that. And then, let's not forget our delicious Parmesan Zucchini fries. How great do those look? They baked up nice and crispy. So I've got a delicious Mediterranean meal that is low fat and good for you, so healthy and full of nutrients fresh from the garden. I hope that you will give this a try. I'm going to go sit down and enjoy it, and I will see you next time in my kitchen.